Providing precision, feel, and maneuverability, this is the Völkl C10 Evo. Designed to be more explosive and faster than the iconic C10 Pro, this racket will be attractive to players looking for classic control with modern speed. The 98 square inch head has a 16-19 string pattern and a thin 20mm beam offering loads of feel, while super grommets help increase power and vibration dampening. We think this is a must demo for those seeking ultimate precision in a maneuverable package. The first time I hit a ball with this C10 Evo, it took me right back to some of the classic Völkl rackets that I've hit with in the past, going all the way to like Power Bridge, DNX, and I was also a big fan of like the V-Sense 10 and the V-Sense 10 Tour. So I really love the feel of this racket on contact. That thin 20mm beam just gives you that really sublime feel. As far as like hitting slice and drop shots, I really enjoyed it with this racket. So it has that classic feel, and then from the baseline on serve and at the net, really precision based here. It gives me that kind of old school scalpel type feel when I'm hitting the ball. So really love the control, the command. Also the 16-19 pattern gives you that easy spin. So when I needed to hit the top spin or the heavy kick serve or top spin serve, could really muster up a lot of spin on that. From the baseline, I felt like I could put the ball anywhere I wanted to. If I had to knock this racket with that kind of thin beam and traditional feel, maybe not the most forgiving sweet spot, so I'd probably be adding a little bit of weight to 3 and 9 to kind of help open up the sweet spot a bit. But for those fans of just a classic, comfortable racket, ultimate precision, Völkl's got something for you with this one.
Excited today to be here to describe my experience with the brand new C10 Evo from Völkl. I'm definitely hopping on the bandwagon with what Troy indicated. We're kind of going back to an old school feel. Like you mentioned, the 20mm flat beam definitely gives you loads of feel, not tons of energy return, but lots of comfort. You got about 305 grams worth of mass-based power, a nice widely spread 16-19 pattern. This racket really makes sense to me for a variety of reasons. I'm not saying they made this racket for me, but the C10 standard, being about 325 grams, is a little bit out of my wheelhouse at this stage of my tennis life. So this one really fits well, and it's definitely, along with the 305 grams of mass, you're getting about a 6-point tip light balance and a speed-inducing sub 320 swing weight. So all in all, I like the way this racket was pieced together. Probably my favorite shot out of the whole play test was my serve with this racket, but overall, very predictable, very obedient, and very comfortable racket.
Going into this playtest, I knew it was going to be one of those classic, a little bit more flexible rackets, which isn't always my favorite, but I really wanted to lean into what this racket had to offer. And the guys have already covered a lot of it. Buttery smooth and soft at contact, very precise. I enjoyed hitting with this one. I actually enjoyed teaching a lot with this one because I could hit with different level players and found really good precision on my part, which is helpful for them. At net, it was super easy. I was having a lot of fun carving out little touch volleys here and there, and I definitely enjoyed the precision and feel on serve. As Troy alluded to, I actually noticed the sweet spot felt a little small and low to me in this racket. So there were a few times where I felt like I was losing control of the ball from the baseline. That also kind of showed me that there wasn't enough weight in the tip for my personal preference. I've talked about this with other rackets, but easy customization will fit that. And this is definitely going to be a comfortable racket, super explosive and really fun to hit with.
I'm wrapping up my play test here in Alpharetta, Georgia, but no matter which coast I was on, I was in love with this C10 Evo. Super light and easy to get around my body. It's a fast feeling racket. It's my favorite racket, probably since the Super G series from Völkl. It's got that classic plush Völkl experience I look for when I step on court with this brand. And it also really reminded me of the PB10 Mid, the Power Bridge 10 Mid. I used that racket back in the day. And as well as being a lighter weight version of the C10, it really reminded me of a more forgiving version of that PB10 Mid. I felt very connected to my shots, finding my targets on my drop volleys and drop shots from the baseline, which is a big part of my game. And then I also served really well with this racket. It's always nice to start out the point with a strong shot. And on serve, I was getting good pace, good directional control, getting plenty of spin on my second serves too, so I could stay aggressive there. And then just off the ground, felt really connected to this racket and had a great time out there on court with it. For this review, we had the C10 Evo strung up with Völkl Cyclone and Cyclone Tour, both at 52 pounds. For more information on this racket or anything else tennis related, be sure to go to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.